You.
Well, welcome everyone to the Heat Team call. We are so excited to be all together with you tonight. I'm Sandy Tabola, one of the NMDs of the Heat Team, and we have a special guest speaker tonight, which I will introduce in a minute. Really quickly, I just want to say that you're Heat NMDs, and you can wave those that are Heat NMDs and above. We just spent the most fabulous weekend, 4 days in Mexico. And we were bonding, we were having fun, we did some ATV driving, and we were mostly strategizing ways that we could support you as a team to be so that we would have that culture and just continue the camaraderie and growth that we have, and also to help support you in your business, in your growth. So you'll hear more and more about this, but a few of the exciting things is each quarter we're going to do a fun activity that will help you with incentives and fun. This first quarter, we're calling it Heat Madness. The flyer is already out. And if you have any questions, be sure to see your upline NMD. And it's going to hone in on income producing activities. And you'll play this game in teams, which will be, mixed matched among our team. And so you'll get to know and brainstorm with others from the Heat team. And there's cash prizes involved, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And one other thing that we came up with that I think is so exciting, those of you who are working on qualifying your business this month, when you get your business qualified, you will earn one of the benefits is a 30-minute coaching call with one of the Heat NMDs. And so more about that later, but really, really excited to serve you. And I can just tell you, you are in such great hands with these NMDs, and they love you and think about you even when they're in Mexico having fun.
Absolutely.
Yep. Well, without any further ado, I'm very excited to introduce Mary Koenig. And Mary is a sideline NMD. She has EMD, and she has no business ties to us, but just that one team, one mission spirit. She is here tonight to train us on the 5 belief systems, how she built to NMD. And I'll just share a tiny bit about her. She's from, is it Manasquan? Am I saying that right?
Close enough. Yeah, Manasquan.
Oh, okay. New Jersey, and it's a small beach town on the New Jersey shore. And she lives there with her husband, Matt, and their 4 children, 18, 15, 13, and 11 years. And 7, while she started her Juice Plus business while she was 7 months pregnant with her second child. And what started as a hobby is now her full-time passion and career. She loves sharing and gifting the health information about Juice Plus solutions as much as helping others start their virtual franchise. The personal development Mary has had in the past 15 years is immeasurable. Mary's motto is, I do this business for my family and with my family. Mary reached NMD in the spring of 2013. October 2014, she was nominated for the Elton Award for her 12 Club member. Mary was a speaker at 3 different Juice Plus lives. She says that NMD really stands for now more dedication, and she is still so excited as what the future holds with her business. Helping people never gets old. I agree. And here's a fun fact. Her senior year in college, she flew to Alaska to run a marathon on the first day of summer. That's very fun. All right, I'm going to turn it over to you, Mary, to share with us about building the 5 beliefs.
Awesome. Okay, well, I'm super excited to be on the call tonight, and I see some familiar faces, so that's always fun for me. And I'm on East Coast time, so after this, I'm going to be so fired up, I'm going to have to take a serious sleeping pill to be able to fall asleep. But anyway, like I said, thank you for hosting me, Sandy and team. And thank you for the introduction. I just trained on this at Peachtree last weekend, so it's super fresh in my mind. And this hopefully is going to add some value to you all tonight. So I'm going to start to share my screen because I do have a PowerPoint. So let me see. All right. Presenter view. Present. Oh, can you guys see this or did it get all weird? Let's see.
And we do see it. There we go.
All right, let me make this bigger. All right, I think this is the best that we're going to do with what this is. So the training is the 5 beliefs and how I built my beliefs to fortify them. Because if you have any doubt in these areas, it will be a stumbling block for you. And building your 5 beliefs will unlock the potential for this business. So you have to fortify them, strengthen them until it's bulletproof. And I'm going to teach you step by step, you know, how I built mine with some stories. I'm going to share my story and then, you know, just how I had the confidence to build these 4 beliefs. So we're going to talk about the products, the company, the industry, team, and then yourself. So I'll start with my story. This was last year at my daughter's high school graduation. I learned about Juice Plus 17 years ago. I was 7 months pregnant with this tall guy here. My daughter was 2 at the time. My best friend, Renee O'Neill, started selling Juice Plus. She told me about it and I was like, well, that's good for you, but I'm already healthy because I eat salads and I work out. And she said, well, what about Matt? And I was like, yeah, I guess Matt could use it, you know, my husband. So I ordered it for him. And when I realized when the Juice Plus, you know, arrived at my house, I realized, oh, well, there's things in here that I'm not eating every single day, like cabbage and parsley and bilberry. I don't even know where you buy bilberry, but it's probably super expensive. So even though I was eating, you know, healthy, I realized that I was lacking in variety. So I got started. Like I said, I was 7 months pregnant with Maddie. My daughter was 2. She was just starting to get a little picky. So it just was a no-brainer for us. And for me, I was already living a pretty holistic lifestyle. I had a home birth. I was, you know, planning to have another home birth. And this mission and the products really spoke my language. And Renee sent me a DVD to watch in the mail. Do y'all remember the DVDs? Okay, so she sent it to me in the mail. And as I was listening to this DVD, which is a health talk by a doctor, I realized, okay, this is amazing. Like, how do I share this DVD with everybody I love and care about? And I called Renee and said, how do I get started? You know, how do I do what you do? And she said, I just pass those DVDs out. And I said, okay, I'm in, let's do this. And I had really small business goals because I had really limiting beliefs about myself. And so I just said, well, if I could just make $100 a month, that would be great. And what happened for me is I became so passionate about the product and those DVDs that I handed them out to everybody and built a really big customer base. And, you know, it was all kind of on this hobby mindset though, because I didn't understand the compensation plan. There's so many acronyms. I was like, I don't know how I'm getting paid, but this is fun. And I was very quickly making $500 a month. And then I was invited to go to our leadership conference. You guys know we have 2 JP Lives in a year. And I flew to Memphis with my baby. He was like 10 months old. And that's where I saw the big picture. I was like, wow, this is like a real company. Like I saw like, you know, husbands and wives walking around. I'm like, wow, like guys do this, like couple, like this is what people do. What? And I was just blown away. And I met my mentor there, Harriet Sulzer, who has been with the company, you know, 35 years. Now she has, but you know, when I first met her and I was like, this is great. And I realized at that conference, after I heard the NMD speeches, that if I locked arms with like-minded people and built a team, I could impact more people for health, because I was only impacting my sphere of influence. And came home from that conference, changed my hobby mindset to a business mindset, learned the compensation plan, and the fun kicked in is when I built my team. So built my team. It took me 6 years to get to national marketing director. I had 2 more babies. So I literally did this in stolen moments and nooks and crannies at times. And though, because I treated it like a business, I did touch it every day. So whether it was, you know, incremental 5 minute here, 10 minute there, or sitting in my parked minivan in my driveway at night to get to a quiet place, I did that because it was, it was a commitment to me. So it's been amazing. And, my quote, I say, I never used my kids. I didn't know the how-tos of the business. And I also never used my kids as an excuse not to do the business. They were my reason why. All right, so let's jump into it. So how to build belief in the products. I love what I did with this presentation. You'll see the title, but then I did like my favorite one-liner underneath here. So Juice Plus, I love telling people, Juice Plus is the easiest daily health habit somebody can do, period. So what you want to do is watch all the Juice Plus product videos. We have so many. They're all on boards. I'm sure you all are part of boards. They're all there. They're on the Juice Plus hub. Just make your car your university. Watch all the product videos, get acquainted with them. And though you don't have to be the expert, let the videos be your expert, but you want to get fired up about them. You want to watch the online monthly speakers. I know Wendy Campbell always does her talk. It's phenomenal. I mean, you listen to Wendy Campbell, you just get so fired up and so excited. We have the Healthy Living Affiliates call on Tuesday nights. So watch that. And they're on the website now, recorded. They're just phenomenal. So attending Juice Plus events, we have Juice Plus Live coming up in Phoenix in April. It's a great time to just immerse yourself in the products. So you want to also, learn and listen and hear other people's stories. I love that way of learning. I love hearing other people's stories. So we have the NMD stories. You can listen to those. They're great to build belief in their product because you'll hear some amazing things that Juice Plus has done. And Voxer, of course, is essential as well. I put Juice Plus in my dad's feeding tube after he had a heart transplant. I contacted some Juice Plus docs. I'm on Dr. Odom's team, so I contacted him and a few other Juice Plus doctors, and they said get as much Juice Plus in him as you can. So we opened up 8 capsules from each blend with 2 scoops of the complete, and I mixed it in water and put it in his feeding tube. So I know that Juice Plus does amazing things, and for us, it's just been such a staple. For 17 years as a mom, I just haven't been part of that antibiotic of the month club and, catching all the sicknesses that come down the pike. It's not to say we never get sick, but we've just been able to have a really healthy, happy lifestyle. And that makes me feel good. So now let's talk about the company. And, Jay Martin's vision for the company, the mission statement is to build a stable and lasting company to help as many people as possible realize their dreams. And Jamie Cantrell says, people are looking for the gig economy business, and we get paid to spread joy and smiles. So this was a few years back when we were in Memphis, I believe, at one of our conferences, and we took a corporate home office tour. And if you have the chance to do that, definitely do it. I just signed up a new teammate, and she lives 45 minutes. She lives in Memphis, and she is going to be able to go to corporate. Dr. Odom's going to bring her and set up a time there. And I just thought that was so cool that to be able to bring a new partner to the corporate home office, that we have, a live building that we can call people and they answer the phone. I'm from the Northeast. Okay. I'm from New Jersey. Whenever I bring on a new partner, I always say, the companies in the South, they're usually so nice when you call, and they're like, oh, okay. So I love that too. Juice Plus Live, you're going to hear the common theme throughout this presentation, this talk, is Juice Plus Live. It's just non-negotiable. It's a big rock event. That's where big decisions are made. So you definitely want to get that into your calendar. And then live events with corporate speakers. So I'm sure in your area you host corporate speakers, and that's really going to fortify and build your belief. And then our Juice Plus website. So on the juiceplus.com website, on the hub now, you can learn all about how our company started. And I love that part because it gives the history of everything. And it really lists some amazing things that we're a part of in terms of nonprofits and donations that the company makes. So I'll share a quick story with me, with really helping me build the belief in the company is, a story about Ron Watkins. Now he's now retired from the company, but when I was going for NMD, there was a point in my journey that I was, locked in for the fall conference to hit NMD. And Renee, my sponsor, saw Ron at an event, and he was like, how's Mary looking for NMD? And she's like, oh, she's going for it. She's going for it. And he's like, okay. Well, he called me on a Friday afternoon, and I'll never forget, it was in the summer. And he said, so how's it looking for NMD? And I'm like, it's great. I'm going for it. He's like, well, just looking at your numbers, I just don't think it's going to happen. And I just burst into tears. And I was like, Ron, I have all the kids' outfits. We have everything colored, coordinated, all picked out. And he's like, oh no, not the kids. You told the kids, like the outfits? Oh no. And I was like, yes, I'm so upset. And he's like, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to launch an event in September. In January, so it's like every 2 months, he was going to send somebody from corporate to help build my business. And I made it. I got to NMD in March. But the kicker of the story is that was on a Friday night. Sunday night, he called Renee and was like, hey, I'm just calling, to check on our mayor. How's she doing? So that just was said, spoke volumes for me with the company. And, as you go through the compensation plan, you will get a business, support person. And that's amazing. I love that. I love that our business is virtual, but with the company that that we have the Juice Plus company, and they have our back. So next is how to build belief in the industry. So Kurt Beaver says, make a life, not just a living. I love this picture of Kurt and my team. So, read the books and listen to the podcasts. The next slide is all my books and podcasts that I listen to. So I'm not going to talk about them here. Juice Plus Live, okay? Local live events. Get with some Juice Plus 100 Club members, okay? They've had longevity with the company. They've had success. Hear what they do, listen to what they do, model what they do, find a role model and a mentor. Huge in this business. And then listen to industry leaders. I do follow leaders in other companies. I just want to, listen to them and see what they're up to. I think that's important because it's just things are moving so quickly, and we want to make sure that we're on the cutting edge of how we're sharing and how social media is impacting our business and everything. So take courses. This past couple of years, I'm in rebuilding with my business, which is great because my husband always says, cut bait, cut bait, move on. So that's what I'm doing. I'm excited, and I had to pour into myself. I knew that I had to become a better leader to bring on this next crop of people that are joining us. So I wanted to take a course in this industry. So I took a social media course, and I took a course that a couple of Juice Plus gals are running. Allison Porter, she's doing a project broadcast course. And that was so cool because they're so creative. There's so many, you kind of get stuck in your own box and do things a certain way. And it just opened up a whole door of creativity with this project broadcast course that I did. And when I started, I didn't do I've never done anything like this. And I had to learn about the industry. It had this is 17 years ago. It's not so bad now, but it had some preconceived things about it, that I had to learn. And I really had to fall in love with this industry. And I'll say it forever is, out of all the network companies that are out there, and there's a lot, I want to be with the Kurt Beavers and the Catherine Lees and the Jan Robertos and the Nikki Cottons and, the Sandys of network marketing, not anybody else. These are just awesome, solid people. Okay. Yeah. So that's that. And then these are my go-to books. This Robert Kiyosaki, The Business School. This is when I finally, when I read that in the very beginning, 17 years ago, it clicked. I was like, this is why I love network marketing, because I am a team sports person. I love being around people and being part of a team. And the business school for people who like helping people is all about when you help your team, it's bringing people up and it's for the people who like helping people. So read that book, Atomic Habits. It's not what we do. It's what we do every day that adds up to big differences. Get over your damn self. So good. GoPro. Go for now. This is an oldie but goodie, and it's kind of written like an allegory. It's really good. And then the compound effect, Darren Hardy. That is just, it's doing something a little bit each day to get the momentum going. And I'm going to talk about that at the end, but you definitely need to touch your business every single day. And these are some of the podcasts I listen to. Billy's JP podcast. You guys probably know who Billy is. He's a national marketing director. And it's so good. He interviews other Juice Plus people. And it is just to hear these people's stories and just their vulnerability on the podcast, but also it's just going to build massive belief in all the beliefs. So I definitely highly recommend listening to Billy's. If you're new, schedule time to listen to these podcasts. You have to schedule time to invest into growing, your mind, but also your beliefs. So listen to podcasts. And then the next one is belief in your team. And when you grow your team, it will grow your income, but also have an impact. So when you have a very large team, look at Harriet Sulzer, she's so cute. When you have a very large team, that is when you're going to leave, the most impact. So, in the beginning, you guys, I was so scared to build a team. I had a little bit of the ITC syndrome. I'm too cool. I didn't understand the compensation plan. So I thought it was, confusing and all the acronyms and this and that. And, me and math, we didn't get along. Now I do math because I do Juice Plus math, and that's good. So it was just a lot. And, I just was so afraid to build a team. And, I had to get over that. And my team now, I have some of the best friends in the world are on my team. My best friend, who I wouldn't know, she's 2 people down from me, because every dad knows a stud, right? So she's 2 people down from me. And, she literally prayed with me on the phone as my father was taking his last breaths. So, she is my girl. Like she is just everything. And I would not know her if it weren't for this business. So some of the ways that you can build belief in the team is definitely stay plugged in. Yay for the people that are on the team call tonight. It's so important to stay connected to your team calls, and your leaders, plan these. And it takes a lot of work to get the content, get the speakers, get these team calls exciting and to do them. So, definitely stay committed to that. I would say stay close to the fire. Use your upline support team. If you don't have a direct upline that you vibe with, then go to the next person, go, find somebody that's part of your upline support team that you can lock arms with. Embrace the coaching calls. Those are so fun. That's where the magic happens. People hire a coach for their kids, for baseball or for tennis. The coach is the person who can find the blind spots, right? And this business is going to reveal some of your blind spots, because it's a course in personal development. And I'm jumping ahead because that's the next slide. But, you embrace the coaching calls, know your numbers, know your team's numbers. And then I loved how Sandy said that you all are having these fun team building events every quarter, I think she said. So fun. So, embrace that. Get the t-shirts, wear the sparkles at JP Live, like have the fun events, be the fun team, because that's what people are attracted to, that community and fun. So I've had some incredible, mentors throughout the year. Okay. So, where am I? Okay. So belief in yourself. This was amazing. My 2-year-old son, who's so active, when I was giving my NMD speech. He was asleep the whole time. It was like a miracle. Oh my goodness. He fell asleep in the green room and stayed asleep the whole time. I was like, thought he was going to be running around on stage, but he was asleep. So you've heard this before, that David Beaver says that this business is a course in personal development, cleverly disguised as a business. So, when it comes down to it, I think that, our mindset is, I don't know, 98% of this, because this is pretty much a business where you can't hide and the jig is up and you got to do it, so you have to become the best version of yourself. And that's really, like Sandy read in my intro, that's probably the best thing that I love about this, that every day I get to improve the life of others, but also myself. Like, I'm reading the books, listening to the podcasts. Like, what do other people do? Like, you know what I mean? I just think what a gift to have this gift of personal development in my life. It just has made me a better mom. I'm able to, have a better relationship with my husband and my family and my friends and in my community. I'm just like really such a better person for this business. So read the books, listen to the podcast, Juice Plus Live. Okay. It's in April in Phoenix. Commit to your DMO. Your DMO is your daily method of operation. You have to have some kind of daily plan with the IPA, the income producing activities, that's going to move the needle forward in your business. You don't get paid for learning the new website. You don't get paid for, organizing whatever, shuffling papers. What you get paid is for relationships. So talking to people is what you're getting paid for. So commit to your DMO. Hosting live events is really going to build your belief in yourself. So host those live events. For me, I was so scared. I made Renee's mom drive because she's a dietitian. So I was like, well, I'll have, Pat Sullivan come because she's a dietitian. Made her drive 2 hours one way to come do my first couple of wellness parties because I'm so scared. But I did it anyway. I hosted my first big event at my health club. Pat came to speak. We invited all these people. 3 people showed up, my mom, dad, and my best friend. So, you have to start somewhere. So hosting live events is an incredible way to build belief in yourself because you're building your community. And then find your support team. So sidelines, uplines, again, I have some of my bestest friends. I know I said that on the last slide, but are my sidelines. I look forward to that part of Juice Plus Live where I can be with my sideline NMD buddies and we have so much fun together. So it's kind of like find your tribe. And then you have to be, John Maxwell says this, you have to be intentional, super intentional, and on a daily pursuit of personal development. Okay. It has to be intentional. And Harriet Sulzer says, you have to have this burning desire. If the how is strong enough, if the why is strong enough, the how to will follow. So, I didn't know all the how to's of the business, like I said, but, I did have this burning desire to succeed. Some call it grit. So who do you need to become? Who do you need to become that you want people to follow you? So once you have that, amazing stuff happens. These are, again, the podcasts, and these relate to, personal development, whether it be Billy's podcast or, John Maxwell or Epic Success with Dr. Shannon Irvine. It's all about mindset. This is Harriet Sulzer's book. If you have not read this, oh my word, you guys need to order it. And she's on, I believe, Amazon, where she's narrating it. So just to hear her sweet, precious voice is so special. So definitely get that. And, for me, this has just been a course, these 17 years in personal development. And who says it, that this is the best, $52 health club and personal development club that you can have in a year. So these are some of I love one-liners. And this is probably my favorite one up here, is when I always tell my team, if I'm doing a coaching call, and if I sense some blind spots or resistance or some, fixed mindset thinking, I'll be like, listen, when you're on fire, for your journey, for your health journey, for, your finance journey, whatever it is, when you're on fire for your journey, this business takes care of itself, because your vibe, your energy is going to attract amazing people. I know it's so cliche that your vibe attracts your tribe, but it really does. It really, really does. I'll be thinking about somebody and I'm like, I need to call her, and like, I'll see them in the grocery store. Like, I love that, so it really is so important to, stay positive, get your mind right, get out of your head and into your heart. So I always tell my team too, they're like, what should I say? I'm like, well, what would you want somebody to say to you? Like, be human, get out of your head and into your heart, share from your heart. So these are some of the, things that I love saying, never stop doing the basics. You guys have probably heard of training on the 5 beliefs. And, this stuff is just wash, rinse, repeat, and it's never going to get old, right? Because it's what it says here, concepts are constant, but techniques change. So just get good at doing the basics. So another thing I want to talk about is this growth and fixed mindset. So the Roger Bannister effect. Roger Bannister was the first athlete to finish the 1 mile run in under 4 minutes. The record lasted 46 days. The Bannister effect is the phenomenon of one person showing others that it can be done, and thus prompting others to believe and achieve. So I love talking about the Bannister effect. When we hear people that are moving fast in our company, that shows that you could do it too. I'm just an ordinary person, dropped out of my college major because of my fear of public speaking. And I've trained at conference, like I'm on this call tonight. I would have never thought that I would have been able to do that. But because I allowed myself to find a new comfort zone, and, that comfort zone, happened just outside your comfort zone, but inside a team is where the magic happens. I'm able to do this, and it's amazing. So I love the Bannister effect, because up until, that Roger Bannister ran the 1 mile run under 4 minutes, everybody thought it was, humanly impossible. And then this guy does it. Okay. And then the record only lasted 46 days, and then boom, 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 people did it. So he just like broke down that wall of belief that it was humanly impossible. And, having a growth and fixed mindset, I have notes about this, but, what I realized with this is that some areas in my life are definitely a fixed mindset. And when we're looking at a growth or fixed mindset, we're really looking at, do you believe you can change? So, an example of that is be like, when you look at somebody who has massive success, maybe somebody in the Juice Plus community that's moving fast, and you're just like, oh my goodness, does that make you go like, oh, I could never do that? Or does it make you jealous? Or do you think, oh, yay, I could do that too, like the Bannister effect, so that's having a fixed mindset. If you're saying, oh, I could never do that, or, well, they just know all the right people, or she just is so pretty, or like whatever it is, whatever you're saying, the reason why you can't, that's a fixed mindset. So we need to flip that and have a growth mindset and say, no, I can do that too. So just know that your mindset is not fixed, and you're going to have areas in your life that are fixed and that are in growth mindset. So when it comes up, you're like, oh, wait, that's a fixed mindset. But just know that your mindset is not fixed. It's just the lens, how we see things, and it can be shifted. So growth mindset is knowing and actually believing that you can change. And when you receive feedback, okay, like what I was talking about, the coach at the blind spot, is you take that as an opportunity to grow and learn. So the new partner, especially who joins Juice Plus is on a tremendous learning curve, right? They've never done anything like this. So it'll take, this learning curves takes and uses up more energy. So while we're creating this and helping them along their journey, we want them to not have that all or nothing mindset. That's a fixed mindset. Because, if it's all or nothing, and if you don't do nothing, you have a lot of shame attached to that. So we don't want to create that with a new person. So just be aware of that. And, there's podcasts about this and do a lot better job than I just explained it. But the banister effect, I love that. So as we wrap up, I always tell my team, you have to take action. So a lot of people think, well, when I get motivated, I'll do this. Like, think about like somebody who wants to exercise. Well, let me I'll get like new workout clothes, or like I'll get the new sneakers or whatever it is. Like, just do it. Put yourself in action. Like Mel Robbins says, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, like make the call. So I train my team, like how to get yourself back in the game to create some action. Call a customer because they already love you, like you trust you. Ask them a few questions like, hey, I'm doing, tell me how's it going with your Juice Plus? What are you loving about? And that will give you confidence, and then you'll do the harder stuff. So action leads to motivation, and then motivation leads to confidence. So you have to take action to create momentum. So it's kind of like, where's my big Mo paper? It's kind of like, the ladies on the call will relate to this. When you have big Mo, which is momentum, big Mo literally gives you physical energy. It's kind of like all right, this is like a scenario. Your best days when your house is clean, your car is clean, your nails are done, your hair looks great, you worked out, your meals are planned, you got everything going off, you're checking off your list. It's like amazing. You have this physical energy because you've had this momentum because you've gotten things done. So that's what is going to happen to you when you put yourself into action. And then also you become confident. So my friend was on my team, and she had a salad. This is a couple of years ago. She had a salad prep event every week for like 4 months. I'm not kidding. And then she was at this garden store in town. She had a hat and sunglasses on. And this lady came up to her and she was like, excuse me, are you that salad lady from Facebook? And my friend Kelly was like, a little taken back. She was like, well, yes, I am that salad lady. So because Kelly took the action, gave her the motivation she was seeing results, it gave her motivation to have the event every week. And then the lady says that, do you not think that just built her confidence? 1,000%. So if you want confidence, to put yourself into action. Okay. So think, what action can I do to build Big Mo? Can you do? So I'm going to give Catherine Lee a plug because this has been an absolute game changer for me the past 1.5 years. I've been part of her Abundant Life Curators group. She has a monthly subscription, and you can scan the QR code and get the discount. All the proceeds go to Pure Hope Foundation. And it's just, anytime I can listen to Catherine Lee and just like, I say sit at her feet and just the content is incredible. So it's a platform, sort of like an app where you can have stuff that's already recorded and videos that she's done. And then she does 2 lives a month, 2 Zooms that each have different contents. And we literally are curating an abundant life. And she has just helped me grow so much. So my leadership style, what did I ask? I asked a new rep the other day, and she said, okay, I really want to do this. I really want, I want to do this. And she's been a partner for a long time. She left for a little bit, and she's kind of still there on paper, and now she came back and she's like, I really want to do this. I really need to make money. And I'm like, okay, so, great, let's do this. And so Catherine Lee rang in my ear because Catherine Lee says we have to take concepts and make them concrete. So I said to her, okay, what does that look like, Tracy? When you say you really want to do this, What does that look like? You know, how's this going to feel? You know, and I went through the whole Catherine Lee stuff that I've been learning. And, you know, it's sinking in because I use it. It just came out of me. So I boxed Catherine and I was like, oh my goodness, I just had the best coaching call with Tracy. All of my, you know, abundant life curating came out, and she was laughing, but I highly recommend it. So check it out. So in conclusion, my call to action, what are 2 to 3 things that you can do from each of those 5 areas this week to build belief? You know, maybe you're a person of faith and maybe it'll be a certain prayer that you're going to pray. You know, whatever it is, do you need to call your upline, have a coaching call? Do you need to look at your numbers? Do you need to map out where you are so you can see where you're going? Do you need to print out like a DMO sheet? Do you need to host an event? Book your plane ticket to Juice Plus Live, buy your ticket? Like, what is it that you need to do that's going to, again, move the needle to your success? Because it's waiting for you. It's just right there. So thanks everybody for having me on tonight.
Thank you so much, Mary. This was just amazing. One of the things I love that you said is that continuing to invest in yourself and to grow those 5 beliefs, because it's a never, that personal growth is never ending. And I just love that. Your excitement and passion is contagious. So thank you so much. And thank you for staying up late tonight to share all of this with us. I would love everyone to take yourself off mute. Maybe we can do gallery view.
Yes,
So
I
that
just want to say a really quick thank you.
Oh, Nikki, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, I just really wanted to thank you, Mary, for being on our call tonight. I didn't get a chance at the beginning to say hello because we had so much going on here, but the HEAT team so appreciates you coming on and appreciates Sandy asking you to come on. We are really grateful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Okay, everyone, just take yourself off mute and tell Mary thank you. Have a great day.
Great.
Great.
Everybody, love y'all.
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
There you have the
everyone.
good stuff the HEAT NMDs have got planned for you over the next couple months. Stay tuned. It's going to be
Yeah.
fabulous. Night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.